The video that we're going to do today is talking a little bit about comfort zone. We came outside in the freezing cold in Montana to talk about comfort zone, just get a little bit uncomfortable. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Levi.
And this is Next Gen Sales Training. So a few years back, I'd say probably 7-8 years ago, I was watching a video on millionaires and how they got wealthy, entrepreneurs, that sort of thing. And the biggest thing that they brought up is you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Now, what does exactly that mean to you?
Well, I'd say some of the biggest gaffes in the car business. It's easy to get comfortable sitting behind your desk, waiting for people to come talk to you and waiting for people to up you. But the big thing is if you're not the first guy to the up, you're going to stay broke. And I think that's what that means to me. So you got to get out, talk to people. They might pull up in a truck that's nicer than what you have, so you're a little threatened by that customer, but you got to get out and be as confident as you were with the other people you just sold.
Yeah, and I think just not being comfortable with your income, not being comfortable with your status, whether you want to get promoted or work up within the business and the dealership that you're at, I think is
all around in life, just getting uncomfortable at every moment. I mean, staying up late studying, whether it's your scripts or anything that goes along with your dealership, or studying your product and just getting uncomfortable, not going out and partying maybe one night to stay home and, watch some of our videos.
Do you remember talking to your parents, if you needed to ask something like stay over at a friend's house or something like that, you would always ask a specific parent? Well, the reason for it typically was you were more comfortable with one than the other because you thought one of them would say yes. So it's a similar principle whenever you're asking somebody for money. You're working in car sales now, so sometimes you're asking them for upwards of $100,000. Now that's the extreme. It's usually not that much, but you're still asking for money, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable if you make it uncomfortable. So it's a day-to-day process where you're in the car business now, so you're going to be doing this every single day, and it's just getting comfortable in asking someone for their business. And I mean, at the end of the day, you have to earn their business too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a big thing that I see when my guys are coming to me with write-ups and I can always tell when they haven't asked the question, and it's probably because they're not comfortable closing. And you got to be comfortable asking them whether your customer's going to buy or not.
Yep.
I think a lot of people think if they skate around it long enough, it'll eventually just happen. It will not. You have to ask your customer to buy because they will tell you if they are or not, and you got to be able to overcome the objection. If you try and hide from them, you won't close 100% of the time. You got to get uncomfortable.
Yep. And I will go out of my way. If I can tell that someone's trying to sell me something or the intent is to sell me something, I'll make them ask me to buy it. That's just my personality because I've been in the business for a while. So I went to sign up for a gym, and this was a few years back. The person who was touring me around the gym, now keep in mind I went there fully intending to sign up. I was going to pay for a year membership up front, and at the end of the tour, they handed me a card and said, all right, if you have any questions, just give me a call. And so I left. And then I went and renewed the membership that I was at before that I didn't want to go back to, but I signed up for a full year over there only because they didn't ask me to buy it. But it was probably because they were uncomfortable doing that.
Well, and you could probably put yourself right in their shoes because you managed a gym for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So he knew exactly where they were coming from, and still he was hard on them. So
yeah,
it's a big thing asking someone to buy because they just won't otherwise. I mean, think about how long you spent online shopping, putting stuff in your cart. Someone you trusted and you liked sat there in front of you and said, let's just do this thing. You'd probably hit buy.
So I guess our challenge to you guys is get out there, especially if you're in the car business or you're getting into the car business, do something that makes you uncomfortable and just force yourself to do it. Whether it's doing a cold plunge, going out and, playing football in the snow, whatever you want to do. Do something that makes you uncomfortable and start getting comfortable with it because that's going to be the business for here on out.